What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's me and the baby here. In today's video, we're gonna tell you guys what you don't need when you are having a baby. That's enough talking. We're just gonna get straight into the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's get on with the video. All this stuff is from my experience, by the way. Every single baby is different, so the advice I'm giving you for her might be different from what you need, so that's why you just have to play it by ear. But this is just overall advice. All this stuff is going to be if you're on a budget. Obviously, if you have infinite source of money or no budget, then go ahead and buy all these things, but these are all the things you don't really need if you are going to be on a budget. First thing I would say is a changing table, because most of the time you're just going to end up changing them on the bed or on a counter or something like that. So I would just save your money. Don't buy a changing table, you know what I mean. Okay, next is a bottle sterilizer. So everyone buys these, and I feel like you're gonna use it the first couple months and then you're not gonna use it anymore, because all you really need is hot water and soap when you're washing your bottles. And if you really feel like you need to sterilize it, then all you do is soak it in boiling hot water for a couple minutes and then you're good. You don't need to waste your money buying a whole bottle sterilizer, because like I said, you can just use hot water and soap. Next thing I would say is baby shoes. Speaking from someone that has Jordans, Air Force One, sandals, all that stuff, you will not need it. She doesn't fit half her shoes. They're too big for her. Two, when she does wear her shoes, they always fall off, like when she wears sandals and stuff like that. And then for the Jordans aspect, she's gonna grow out of them pretty soon, and then, you know, we're gonna have to buy a bigger size, or she's just not gonna have any. So I think they're pretty pointless to buy. A crib. I'm gonna go on a limb and say a crib, because to be honest, they won't be sleeping in it. Most of the time they're either gonna be sleeping in the bed with you, or they're gonna be sleeping in a bassinet. And I would just wait till they're older to get a crib, to whenever you feel comfortable for them to not sleep in the room with you. But like I said, if these are all for people that are on a budget, this is not for people with unlimited sources of money, because we have a crib and she doesn't sleep in it. I think she slept in it like maybe 3 times. But I mean, it's good to look at, but if you're trying to save money, then don't waste your money on that. And also, because most of the time the crib is going to be in a different room, and during the newborn phase you aren't going to want to wake up every 2 hours and go to a whole different room to where the crib is at. So more than likely they're going to sleep in a bassinet that's bedside, or sleep in your bed, like what I was saying. The next thing I would say is expensive baby monitors. Before she started rolling over and being a little bit more active, when she was like just a newborn, we had the basic monitors that are just a sound and receiver. I'll put a picture on the screen. But now that she's a little bit older, we use the Hello Baby monitor, which is just a basic camera and monitor system. And like I said, you don't need to waste your money buying an expensive monitor. You can just buy a basic one first, just a sound and a receiver, and then when they get older, you know, upgrade to a more expensive one. But I wouldn't spend more than $150 on a monitor, because it's pointless. You don't really need it. All you need is a basic camera and the receiver to watch. Okay, next thing I would say is fancy baby clothes. I would not waste your money on getting fancy baby clothes, because 1, they grow quickly. 2, they're gonna be in a onesie half the time. Like, they don't like being in those uncomfortable clothes. They would rather just be in a little onesie or something like that. So I would save your money, stack up on the onesies, maybe get a few shirts and shorts outfits, but other than that, I wouldn't waste your money on the fancy outfits. But what I will say is, on their 1 month, 2 month, 3, like on their monthly milestones, I would get them a cute little outfit, because obviously it's for pictures and for memories. But for on the day-to-day basis, I would just stack up on onesies and, you know, forget the fancy dresses and the fancy suits because they aren't gonna wear them. Okay, next thing I would say is buying clothes for the right season. So a lot of the times when y'all are buying clothes for the size the baby should be, y'all don't look into what season it's actually going to be during that time. So if it's summer, obviously they're not going to wear long sleeves and stuff. So you should do the math, find out about what size your baby is going to be when you're buying clothes for them. If it's going to be winter, you know, buy them long sleeves. If it's going to be summer, buy summer outfits. Right now, we've been trying to do that more often, and we just bought this long sleeve outfit, and we bought it for 9 to 12 months, or no, 6 to 9 months, because in the fall, that's what size she'll be. Right now, she's 5 months, and she's not going to be able to fit that, but when it's fall time, you know, she'll be able to wear those long sleeve little outfits like that. The next thing I'll talk about is a bottle warmer. So turns out she does not even like warm bottles at all, so it was a complete waste of money. And also, I feel like if you start giving them warm bottles, they'll expect warm bottles. So that's another reason why I would shy away from the bottle warmer. Obviously, a lot of first-time moms are just gonna buy this stuff regardless if people are telling them to buy it or not, because they don't know. But that's just one thing I regret buying, because she doesn't even like warm bottles, and actually she prefers them straight out the refrigerator cold. Mittens. I would not waste your money buying mittens. They don't wear them at all. I mean, if your baby is scratching their face and stuff like that, you should just cut their nails. But other than that, she does not wear mittens. All we do is just trim her nails once a week. But ever since she was a newborn, she's never worn mittens. And I always see everybody saying they need to get mittens for the newborns, but they ain't wearing them. A wipe warmer. See, we actually do use a wipe warmer every single day, but it is definitely not necessary, and the baby will get used to having cold wipes eventually, because you're going to be in situations where you're outside and you're not going to be able to warm the wipes, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But if you are going to get a wipe warmer, the thing I would say is make sure you just add water to it, like once a day, every other day, because since it is warming them, it does dry out the wipes and pulls out the water. So I would just add water to it, and that's pretty much it. And also, if you do have a wipe warmer and you're out in public and you're like, oh my God, I need warm wipes, what we do sometimes is just turn on hot water on the sink and then put the wipe underneath it and then squeeze it out, and then it's perfectly warm for her. Because she will do a cold wipe, but usually she pees because she's not used to the cold wipes. Stuffed animals. She hasn't played with one of those. They're literally just for decoration now. So I would save your money. Don't buy any stuffed animals, because they're not going to be able to play with them for a really long time. Another thing I would say is don't buy too many newborn and 0 to 3 month clothes, because that's where we're kind of at right now, is that we bought a whole bunch of newborn, whole bunch of 0 to 3s, and now that she's growing out of them, we don't really have any clothes for 3 to 6 months, 6 to 9 months. So now we have to stock up on that. But if we would have been buying those clothes, then, you know, we wouldn't have to go buy them all right now. But it is nice to, you know, have all these different options. But half the stuff that we got, she didn't wear because it's not practical. Like what I was telling you about the fancy baby clothes, they would rather be in onesies and in chill little lounging outfits, and they don't really like to be in the dresses and the suits and etc. So make sure when you're stocking up on clothes, the chill outfits, you're not just buying newborn and 0 to 3. You know, get some 3 to 6, get some 6 to 9. The baby Brezza. So we actually do have one of those, and you know, for a while it was actually helpful because, you know, the nighttime, all that stuff, it's way easier to just have a machine make the bottles for you than for you to handmade do them. But one, she didn't like warm bottles like what I was telling you guys, so we never used that feature for the Baby Brezza. And two, I don't feel like the Baby Brezza was mixing the formula right. It might have been something I did, I don't know, but I don't feel like it was doing the right consistency. So now every night we just pre-make the formula and put it in bottles for the whole day. So every night we make, actually I can do a video about that, guys. So if you want to see a video on how we pre-make the formula, just let me know that. But yeah, so we just pre-make the formula instead of using the Baby Brezza. But honestly, I don't know if it's worth it or not, but it is, I think, like $250. So if you're on a budget, I wouldn't waste your money buying that. I would just pre-make your formula when the baby's asleep. Pre-make it yourself and put it in little, I'll put a picture, put it in little things like that. And then you should be good. I wouldn't waste your money buying the Baby Brezza, especially if you're on a budget, because there's way other things you can spend your money on that would be way more useful and that you can actually use. What? You sleepy? She's sleepy. That's why she is fussy a little bit. So we're just gonna go ahead and end out the video right here. I gave you guys a few things that y'all don't need, and comment down below if any of these things y'all did use or you didn't use when y'all had a kid. And then also, I can make a video telling you guys what y'all do need if y'all would like that. Y'all can comment down below any video ideas y'all have and we'll do them, and I'll give you a shout out in the beginning of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow us on TikTok, follow us on Instagram. Like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notification bell on so you're notified every single time we post a new video. And yeah, that's all we have to say. Thanks guys for watching. Say bye. I also wanted to say thank you guys for 500 subscribers, and thank you guys for 10K on our nursery video. We really appreciate all the support that you guys give us, and we can't wait to keep making videos for you guys.